Alright, what's up YouTube? So, I was just trying to upload a video to YouTube, literally, about iPhone analytics. That's what the video is literally about. And I got to the point where I chose the video. Then I was starting to type the title out, okay? Like if you look here, if I bring it up, okay? What the fuck happened? Oh, it just said screw it? Okay. So I chose the video, right?
And what does your phone have for?
Then, here. I was literally halfway through the title and it froze. It did this before. It completely froze up. So I went right to the analytics, right? And what do you know? I did a search and this came right up. It showed like literally 12:26 p.m. today. You know what I mean? This is the entry, the panic log entry for whatever happened, for whatever reason, why it froze. I don't know why it froze. There was no other apps open. You know what I mean? No other apps open at all. The only thing I have is Wi-Fi, cellular data on. That's it. I mean, I wasn't recording because I closed everything out on purpose. The only thing I had open was YouTube, and I was just trying to upload a video. So there's no reason it should freeze, okay? I got 93% battery. You see what I'm saying? Read-only portion of libraries, total 1.3 gig resident, swap data. So this is, I don't know what they're doing. I think it has something to do with trying to make sure that this video doesn't get viewed or doesn't, you know, I don't know, right? Trying to block it. Literally, the video is me showing my analytic data, right? Because like people like Nerd Gorilla will say that just did not pay attention to it. You need to take it to an expert. Don't pay attention to any of this. You don't know what you're looking at and you're not qualified, right? I've been looking at this stuff for a while. I have found things in here. You can look it up. You can do your research. You can learn what this shit means, okay? It's your analytic data. What this video is saying, what I'm claiming in this video, is that there is evidence in your analytic data, in your panic logs. You might not know what it means. Whether you know what it means or not, there is evidence of, I believe, of the illegal surveillance of your phone, okay? There is evidence in your panic log, in your analytic data. That's where the evidence is. Now, just because you don't understand it, just because I don't understand it, doesn't mean you shouldn't document it. Doesn't mean you shouldn't put it out there. There's a reason why one of my most popular videos is, to me, the most boring fucking video I've ever uploaded. It's just like a half hour of me just mumbling and scrolling through a bunch of analytic data. Why did a bunch of people look at that video? What the fuck? You know, what was so popular about that a bunch of people watched that video more than anything else? One of my most popular videos. Okay, so there's something up with the analytic data, obviously. And I've absolutely found the word Pegasus in my analytic data. Pegasus. I have found Stormbreaker from GitHub. It literally says GitHub, com.github.stormbreaker, okay? So that means that's proof of Stormbreaker from GitHub on my device in the analytic data, right? That is proof of it on my phone, you know? If you look up Stormbreaker from GitHub, there's only one Stormbreaker from GitHub, and it's the fucking spyware. And there's only one reason it would be in my analytic data. I didn't know what it was. I saw it. Then I went and looked it up to see what the hell it was because I had never seen it before. That's whenever I discovered what Stormbreaker even was. I didn't know what it was. So you can't, that's undeniable. That is undeniable evidence. So obviously I've proven that you can find evidence in your analytic data, okay? That's what's important here. And that's what the video that I'm putting out talks about. Literally. So it's important that people understand that. You know, we have trouble getting evidence, right? We have trouble finding evidence of the gang stalking and of the illegal surveillance and shit. Well, we're not all fucking, Apple developer. We're not all software developers. We don't all understand the analytics. We don't, but you don't have to be. Just the devil's in the details. Document your analytics. Save your analytics. Put it online, right? So it doesn't disappear, okay? And then that way we can, the experts can come back and look at it and say, yep, you were being spied on. You were being spied on. You see what I'm saying? You can submit this shit to the Citizen Lab, okay? There is an email address. You can actually submit samples of your analytics to the experts at Citizen Lab. And there's an amnesty project at Citizen Lab where they'll look at your shit and see if it's compromised, see if you're, they want to learn this shit and learn what what they're doing with the exploits, how they're accessing the phones and shit. Now, you'll hear on the mainstream media that only the high-profile journalists and high-profile leaders of the world have Pegasus on their phone, right? Normal people aren't going to be targeted with Pegasus, right? Because it's too expensive. I think that's a load of shit. I think that law enforcement's big and small across the country have had this access to this. Because once it got let loose, it just I'm sure it just spread. Our government paid a lot of money for that from the NSO group. And when they paid for it, I think they passed it out to all law enforcement and said, here, have at it, have fun, because it makes sense. That's when all of this started, right? As if they all got a new toy to play with, right? And then all across the country, all this started at the same time. Everybody's targeting, a lot of people's targeting started right at 2020, right? Right at the beginning of 2020. Their device started getting hacked. These people started following them around. How do they know where you're going to be? How do they know everything about you? How do they know everything you're doing? Well, they have to have some kind of universal access to everybody's device that nobody can detect, right? So it's got to be the best of the best, undetectable. Pegasus is the only thing I know of that deletes itself, that is literally almost undetectable, okay? I just got shit lucky and fucking detected it in my analytic data, right? I also found Stormbreaker in my analytic data. You can call me crazy, you can call me a liar, you can say I embellish shit all you want. The evidence speaks for itself. Watch the fucking videos, look at the evidence, okay? Don't listen to the trolls, don't listen to the people in the comments saying that I lie, that I embellish shit. Watch the videos. You be the judge. Don't believe what people are saying. Don't believe what I'm saying. Do the research yourself, okay? This is very, very important. I feel like what I'm saying right now, it's so easy for us to uncover this shit and get a hold of it, right? The government and the illegal activity they're doing, and they're stomping on all of our fucking rights, is they're not that much smarter than us, okay? We work together, we can take back our government, we can take back our rights, and we can demand that we have our freedoms back, but we have to first discover what they're doing, how they're doing it, right? We have to be able to spread awareness, we have to expose it, right? And they'll just play dumb and use plausible deniability and be like, I was just following orders, I don't know. It's above my pay grade, But either way, exposing it, spreading awareness, bringing it to light, that is what's going to get it shut down. Okay? So you're either part of the solution or you're part of the problem. So I don't think this hurts anybody by me doing this. I could use some help, some other people trying to do shit like this as well. Right? So we can get some, every little bit helps. The more I do shit like this, I do shit like this every day. I try new shit. And all the time I stumble across new information and new revelations, right? And that's how we discover shit like that. Fuck, I just found my brother's fucking Android device on my dad's network. It's not supposed to be there, okay? I absolutely found his phone on my dad's network. And I also found evidence that he has a device plugged in somewhere up there within range of my dad's network that's spoofing the Wi-Fi networks. I also found evidence to suggest that whatever they're doing up there at my dad's house, the neighbor's also doing down here at my neighborhood. And that's same exact tactics they're using, right? And I'm sure they're using the same tactics. Hell, across the country in California, I bet they're doing the same exact thing. It's all part of a fucking playbook. It's all part of the same, the same shit. It's not a bunch of people doing kind of the same thing. No, they're all following a playbook. They're all following orders. They're all following their instructions, okay? This is all happening at the same time. That's why TIs around the world are experiencing the same exact specific tactics, okay? I mean, it's really obvious. It's really, really fucking obvious. Did you hear just Florida just fucking passed new legislation that makes it illegal for you to film police within 25 feet of them? Now they can charge you with a second misdemeanor, the second degree, if for filming police within 25 feet of them. If they say not to or back up and you don't, they can charge you. Now can you see all of the fucking possible scenarios and situations where that they're going to abuse that power? They're absolutely going to abuse that power and use it to violate more people's rights and throw more innocent citizens in jail for just trying to what? Trying to film the police during the course of their duties. That's our job. That's our duty. It's our job to be the check and balance on the police. But they pass legislation saying the police need more protection and more power against the citizens. Remind me once, what are the police for? Aren't they supposed to be, the whole point of the police to protect and serve the people's constitutionally protected rights? Isn't that the whole point of the police? So why do we keep passing laws, right, to protect the police when the whole point is to protect the people? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. People are not going around violating police and locking them up and violating their rights. They're getting paid. They're public servants. They might get annoyed because they're being recorded, but so be it. They're public servants. So whenever, Ron DeSantis comes out and passes legislation, did they ask you? Did they ask any citizens? Hey, do you guys mind if we pass this new law saying that, we're gonna push a little further and take some more of your rights away? So make no mistake, this is coming for everybody. If Florida's doing it, I mean, the rest of, might as well just let the other 49 states follow suit tomorrow. Florida is doing it, I mean, come on. In the last month, we've seen unprecedented violations of First Amendment auditors' constitutionally protected activities, and blatantly, openly locked up, thrown in jail. When it's clearly a violation of their rights, they didn't do anything wrong. There's no victim. They're doing this as a show of force, right? To have a chilling effect on the people. Okay, the police state is coming if it's not already here. The surveillance state is already here. So if you're not aware of this, if you don't realize this, if you think it's a joke and you think that I'm just embellishing or I'm just exaggerating or I'm fear-mongering, you need to wake the fuck up, right? You're going to be crying whenever something comes up and it directly affects you. And then you're like, oh, well, wait, now I care. Now I give a damn. Sorry, you need to think about this shit now, because at some point it's gonna directly affect you or your family or your loved ones or your kids or your grandkids or your fucking cousin, nephew, aunt, uncle, sister, brother-in-law. Fucking, it's coming for everybody. Wake the fuck up. Every video I put out there is not for my self. It's not for my own selfish needs. It's for the people in general. I literally devote my time and all my fucking efforts and energy to try to spread awareness for the greater good, right? For all mankind, for all people in general. It just makes no sense why everybody that does that is getting attacked for it. That doesn't make fucking any sense. Literally advocate for the people. I'm a fucking soldier for everybody else, for the people. Sacrifice my life, my time, my energy, so that other innocent people don't get their rights violated. So that we can try to hang on to some freedoms that we're supposed to have. Our God-given rights, you know? Our unalienable rights. They can't take these rights away from us. They're not theirs to take. It's high time that everybody wakes up and realizes it, because if you don't push back, if you don't say, hey, you can't take that right, it's not yours to take, well, then they're going to take it. Instead of doing that, though, a lot of people are too busy, pushing back against people like me, saying, like I'm against the police, or, you know what I mean? And it makes no fucking sense. You don't realize it, but you people are controlled opposition. You're going to be the reason that we're in a police state and that we have no rights left. If you don't wake up, at least fucking get out of the way. Sit down and shut up and pay attention. Quit getting in the way and trying to shut down the people that are fighting for your rights. And whatever you do, be good, or be good at it.